Hey everyone! So you've probably heard this before, right? Muscle weighs more than fat. And maybe you've seen those side-by-side photos showing 5 pounds of muscle next to 5 pounds of fat. And the fat looks like this massive blob, while the muscle is this compact little package. But here's what most people don't understand. Why does this happen? What's actually going on at a biological level that makes muscle denser than fat? Today, we're diving deep into the science. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to understand your body in a completely different way. And honestly, this knowledge might just change how you think about your fitness journey entirely. The density difference. Let's start with the basics. When people say muscle weighs more than fat, what they really mean is that muscle is denser than fat. A pound is a pound, whether it's muscle, fat, or feathers. But the space that pound takes up, that's where things get interesting. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, muscle tissue has a density of approximately 1.06 grams per cubic centimeter, while fat tissue has a density of about 0.9 grams per cubic centimeter. Now I know, numbers can be boring, but stick with me because this is actually fascinating. What this means is that muscle is roughly 18% more dense than fat. So imagine you're holding two identical boxes, same size, same dimensions. One is filled with muscle tissue, the other with fat tissue. The muscle box is going to feel noticeably heavier in your hands, even though they're taking up the exact same amount of space. That's density at work. Why this matters for your body? Here's where this gets really practical. Let's say you start working out consistently. You're lifting weights, doing resistance training, eating well. You step on the scale after a month, and it hasn't budged. Or worse, it's gone up a couple pounds. Most people would freak out at this point, right? But here's what might actually be happening. You could be losing fat and gaining muscle simultaneously. And because muscle is denser, you might weigh the same or even slightly more. But your body composition has completely changed. Your clothes fit better, you look leaner, you feel stronger. The scale just isn't telling you the full story. There's a study from the Journal of Applied Physiology that tracked people doing strength training over 12 weeks. The participants who gained the most muscle, while losing fat, actually saw minimal changes in their overall body weight, but their body fat percentage dropped significantly. Some people lost 3 to 4 inches off their waistline without losing much weight at all. That's the power of understanding composition over just weight. The cellular explanation. So why is muscle denser? Let's go microscopic for a minute. Muscle tissue is packed with protein filaments, these incredibly organized structures, called myofibrils, that contract and generate force. There's also a ton of water in muscle tissue, about 75% water actually, along with glycogen for energy storage, minerals, and blood vessels delivering oxygen and nutrients. Fat tissue, on the other hand, is primarily made up of adipocytes, which are basically storage cells filled with lipids. These cells are like little oil droplets, and oil is less dense than water. That's why fat floats and muscle sinks. If you've ever wondered why people with more body fat tend to float more easily in water, that's your answer right there. A study in the journal Obesity Research found that the cellular structure of adipose tissue is much less compact than muscle tissue. Those fat cells have large lipid droplets that take up space without adding much weight, while muscle cells are tightly packed with contractile proteins and organelles. It's like comparing a sponge to a brick. The metabolic factor. Here's something most people don't realize. Muscle tissue is metabolically active in a way that fat tissue just isn't. According to research from the Mayo Clinic, every pound of muscle burns approximately 6 to 7 calories per day at rest, while a pound of fat burns only 2 to 3 calories per day. Now I know what you're thinking. 6 or 7 calories doesn't sound like much, right? But it adds up. If you gain 10 pounds of muscle, that's an extra 60 to 70 calories. Your body is burning every single day just by existing. Over a year, that's over 25,000 calories, which translates to roughly 7 pounds of fat. And here's the kicker. This is just your resting metabolic rate. When you actually use those muscles during a workout, or even just during daily activities like carrying groceries or playing with your kids, you're burning significantly more calories than someone with less muscle mass doing the exact same activities. If you're finding this information helpful and you're starting to see your body in a new light, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm show this video to more people who might need to hear this message. All right, let's keep going. The scale isn't the whole story. There's a fascinating study from the International Journal of Obesity that followed people for 2 years after they lost weight. The researchers found that people who focused solely on the number on the scale were more likely to regain weight than people who focused on body composition. Why? Because they didn't understand what we're talking about right now. When you only care about weight, you might do things that actually hurt your body composition. Extreme calorie restriction, for example, can cause you to lose muscle along with fat. You'll see the scale drop, you'll feel like you're winning, but you're actually slowing down your metabolism and making it easier to gain fat back later. On the flip side, someone who's doing strength, training and eating adequate protein might see slower weight loss or even weight gain, but they're building a body that's more metabolically efficient, stronger, and healthier long-term. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed that people who combined resistance training with moderate calorie restriction maintained significantly more lean muscle mass compared to those who just did cardio and calorie restriction. Real-world implications. Let me give you a real example. 2 people, same height, same weight on the scale. Person A has 30% body fat. Person B has 20% body fat. Person B is going to look dramatically leaner and more defined. Even though they weigh exactly the same, their clothes will fit differently, their energy levels will likely be better, and their health markers like blood pressure and cholesterol will probably be more favorable. Research from the American College of Sports Medicine has shown that body composition is a better predictor of health outcomes than BMI or weight alone. You can be overweight according to the scale, but have excellent body composition if you carry a lot of muscle. Think about athletes. They're often classified as overweight by BMI standards, but they're obviously in incredible shape. How to track progress properly. So if the scale isn't reliable, what should you be paying attention to? First, how your clothes fit. This is honestly one of the best indicators. If your jeans are getting looser in the waist, but tighter in the thighs, you're probably losing fat and building muscle. Second, progress photos. Take pictures from the same angles, same lighting, same time of day, maybe once every 2 to 4 weeks. The changes in the mirror are often more dramatic than the changes on the scale. Third, measurements. Grab a tape measure and track your waist, hips, arms, thighs. You might be surprised how much these change, even when your weight stays the same. And if you want to get really precise, body composition testing can help. Methods like DEXA scans, bioelectrical impedance, or even skin fold. Calipers can give you a better picture of how much of your body is muscle versus fat. They're not perfect, but they're more informative than just stepping on a scale. Look, here's the bottom line. Your worth as a person has nothing to do with what you weigh, and your health journey is about so much more than a number. But understanding the science behind muscle and fat density can liberate you from that obsession with the scale. It can help you celebrate the real victories, like getting stronger, having more energy, and building a body that serves you well. When you understand that muscle is denser than fat, you stop panicking when the scale doesn't move the way you expected. You start appreciating what your body can do rather than just what it weighs. And honestly, that mindset shift might be the most valuable thing you take away from this video. So the next time someone tells you they're frustrated because they're working out, but not losing weight, you can share this information with them. Help them understand that transformation isn't always about weighing less. It's about building more of what matters. If this video changed your perspective or taught you something new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're diving into more science-backed fitness and health content that cuts through the noise and gives you information you can actually use. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.